Spain 2-2 Morocco. Iago Aspas snatches late VAR-assisted equaliser. It's going to be a long climb to the top of the world, if Spain are going to get there. The extraordinary closing moments of this group's fixtures took them top, avoiding Uruguay, but it took 93rd minute VAR decision, overruling a linesman's offside call and awarding Iago Aspas a goal, to avoid a humiliation here. They will be glad to face the Russians in Moscow on Saturday, but they will need to lift their level if they are to travel far. There's not always been much love between the Spanish and Moroccans, who've been at odds over a couple of enclaves on Africa's Mediterranean coast for years, and that certainly extended to the pitch as the game began. Spain 4-3-2-1, De Gea 8, Carvajal 6, Peak 6, Ramos 6.5, Alba 6, Busquets 5.5, Thungo 6, Asensio 74.6, Silva 6, Rodrigo 85, Iniesta 7.5, Isco 8, Costa 5.5, Aspas 74.6.5, Manager, F. Hiro 5.5 goals, Isco, 19, Aspas, 90+1, Morocco, 4-2-3-1, El Khadraoui 6, Hakimi 6, Da Costa 6.5, Sace, Zak 6.5, Bouhadouz 85, El Amadi 6, Boussoufa 6, Amrabat 6.5, Belhanda 6, Fadra 63, Ziyech 6, Boutaib 7, En-Nesyri 70, Manager, H. Renard 7 bookings, Mohamedi, Da Costa, Hakimi, El Amadi, Amrabat, Boussoufa goals, Boutaib, 14, En-Nesyri, 81, Referee, Armative attendance, 33,973 match rating, 7 The Moroccans' game plan, kick a Spaniard, was deeply unedifying and 5 of their players were booked before barely half an hour was out. More unexpected, though, was the elite nation's own combustibility. The Moroccans seemed to have an effect. Less lenient referees would have sent Gerard Piqué from the pitch for his two-footed tackle on Khalid Boutaib early on. He'd left the ground when he leapt into the tackle, though Yunus Belhanda's challenge on Andres Iniesta could also have incurred red. There was a moment of extraordinary Spanish floundering in front of defense, too, when Iniesta's heavy touch on a ball barely 15 minutes in left him and Sergio Ramos dithering over who should take control and retrieve the situation. Each left the task for the other, resulting in Boutaib seizing the ball, sprinting through 20 yards with it, and just about managing to tuck away through David De Gea's legs. Iniesta and Ramos slapped hands, as if to say that these things happen, though there was an insecurity about the backline which could have seen Boutaib finish a second time. He was staring into the whites of De Gea's again after 25 minutes. Having run on to nothing more complicated than a throw-in over the top into the space where Dani Carvajal should have occupied. De Gea stood firm and blocked with his knee. But for all the imperfections, the side who aspire to travel far in this tournament offered frequent glimpses of sublimity, football to take your breath away. They'd equalized out the shock opener inside 5 minutes, through a fine piece of passing architecture, give quick exchanges between Iniesta, Isco and Diego Costa, which concluded with Isco tapping the ball home. And they should have put the North Africans out of sight. Iniesta ran the game, permitted time and space Moroccans to find the little pockets and to exploit them. Costa, struggling to make a major impact, could not fully connect on a probing cross from the 34-year-old, though it was Sergio Busquets who spurned the bigger chance, heading over from Isco's corner when heading it in had seemed easier. The game belonged to Spain for long spells in the first half, though the front line rarely looked incisive. An Isco header was cleared off the line by Ganem Sace. David Silva struck at the keeper at short range after another exchange of 8 passes, but there was no razor edge to the Spanish team. Costa was a marginal presence, turning one ball around the corner neatly for Thungo, whose finish was wild. But Munir El Khadraoui in the goal was rarely troubled. The Moroccans looked more potent when they threatened Nordin Amrabat had crashed against the bar just after half-time, and substitute Youssef En-Nesyri stunned the Spanish, rising above Ramos to power home a header 9 minutes from time. But there were to be 2 more twists. Isco's cross was flicked in by Aspas, played offside by Mark Bassafa, and then Iran's late winner, yielding an outcome that Spain cannot say they deserved.